regulations for speed limits using the express penalty system to reduce fatalities on roads. This is the way to go. If there is any problem with the rates, they will be reviewed and the penalty will stay to save the lives of Ugandans. Uganda prisons is transforming from a consumptive to a productive force. This has contributed to food security and reduced the budget required to look after inmates. In addition, the prison service contributed to growth of local textile industry through increased production of cotton. This financial year, the service produced 1,733 metric tons of maize seed, 485 kilograms of cotton to the local textile industries, and 12,290 metric tons of grain to contribute to prisoners' feeding requirements. Government was effectively represented in courts, tribunals, and commissions. Out of 393 cases concluded, government won 285, which is 72.5%, and saved shillings 548 billion that would have otherwise been paid as costs. Government implemented the NRA manifesto commitment to compensation in the Acholi, Rango, and Teso sub-regions. Since financial year 2021-22, a total of shillings 142.9 billion has been paid to 592 claimants. I have provided shillings 80 billion next financial year to pay the remaining claimants. In addition, I have provided 15 billion for ex gratia Akasimo to the Ruero war victims. Madam Speaker, next financial year, I have provided shillings 9.9 trillion for one, consolidating Uganda's security through continued modernization and professionalization of the security agencies. Two, improving the welfare of the security forces. Three, undertaking general elections in 2026, which are just around the corner. Increasing access to justice, law and order services. And five, strengthening immigration and border security. Madam Speaker, government is stepping up the fight against corruption. We are automating all government processes to reduce human interaction and ensure traceability. Investing in more performance and forensic audits and enforcing accountability. I think I should read this paragraph. Let me read it. Madam Speaker, government is stepping up the fight against corruption. We are automating all government to reduce human interaction and ensure traceability, investing in more performance and forensic audits, and enforcing accountability. Administration of justice. Madam Speaker, the following achievements were registered. The judiciary has significantly scaled up alternative dispute resolution mechanisms like mediation, plea bargaining, and small claims procedures, reducing justice costs and speeding up dispute resolution. For example, in 2024, a total of 3,391 cases were resolved through mediation. In addition, plea bargaining achieved a success rate of 87%. Completed the Supreme Court, Court of Appeal, Rukungiri High Court, and Budaka and the Patongo Magistrates Courts, 5 new high courts, court circuits in Wakiso, Entebbe, Kumi, Lugazi, Patongo, and 10 magistrates courts were operationalized, bringing the total to 268 courts countrywide. Construction is ongoing of regional appeal courts in Gulu and Mbarara, Soroti and Tororo High Courts and Karenga Magistrate Court. This will further reduce travel distances for justice. 3. There is increased use of technology in delivery of justice. The electronic court case management system is now operational in 20 courts, boosting filing rates by 20.6%. Additionally, 20 courts have video conferencing systems enabling online case handling, which has improved efficiency. Madam Speaker, I have provided 602.7 billion shillings next financial year under the Administration of Justice program for strengthening alternative dispute resolution, increased use of technology in justice delivery, building more courts to improve access to justice, and increasing the civil jurisdiction of magistrate courts. Legislation and oversight. Madam Speaker, has registered several achievements during financial 24-25. Parliament held 73 sittings and passed 35 bills, concluded 3 petitions, passed 45 resolutions, adopted 53 reports. Most importantly, the turnaround time for enactment of legislation has reduced significantly. I commend you, Honorable, to protect Ugandans from disaster. This financial year, government invested 200.3 billion in early warning systems, mitigation interventions, and the provision of relief items to affected households and communities in the disaster-prone areas. Madam Speaker, next financial year, I have provided shillings to 20.7 billion plus a contingency fund of 169 billion to support disaster management. I have also provided 12.4 billion for improving meteorological services and early warning systems to improve efficiency and accuracy of weather forecasting for agriculture, air travel, and climate change tracking. Elimination of domestic areas. Madam Speaker, government has put in place a strategy to eliminate domestic areas in 3 financial years starting financial year 25-26. Payment of domestic areas will prioritize suppliers of goods and services, contractors, and compensations for land and to war claimants. Madam Speaker, I have increased the allocation for domestic areas to shillings 1.4 trillion from 200 billion provided this financial year. To prevent accumulation of new areas, starting next financial year, my ministry shall implement the following measures, and they are not easy measures. 1, enforcement of the commitment control system. 2, sanctioning accounting officers responsible for creation of any areas. 3, providing and ring-fencing adequate counterpart funding for multi-year projects. I am about to close. Financing the budget for the financial year. Resource envelope. Madam Speaker, the total resource envelope for financial 25-26 amounts to 72 trillion 376 billion 481 million 502,103 shillings. This is